Good morning, everybody. This is Gulaep. Today is Thursday, January 7th, 2016. Happy New Year. I hope it started off really good for you. Lady and I returned from our morning walk a little bit ago. We're trying to warm up. It's 48 degrees and breezy and very, very wet. 100% chance of rain all day. So now that we're inside, what are we supposed to do when you can't play outside and you can't play the game? The game is down for its regular maintenance, but it's on a Thursday this time, and Madge Duel, where I play, is down for an extended period of time as well. So what am I supposed to do? I thought I saw... No, I didn't see a Tweety Bird. I thought I saw an opportunity here to talk about my EverQuest II spreadsheet and make a screencast video showing how to use it and some of the features it has and how to edit it to add more table rows for as many characters and accounts as you want to keep track of. So that is what this video is about today. Before I get started on all that, here's a screenshot of the screen capture software that I use to record this. It's Bandicam. I found it via web search. I tried it out for a couple hours, really liked it, and so I bought a license for it, and now I'm a legit user. Okay, so if I'm going to talk about a spreadsheet, I should probably tell you how to get your hands on a copy so you can follow along with me if you like. You probably stumbled upon one of my forum posts, maybe this one in particular right here. To get yourself a copy of the spreadsheet, right click on my name, open a new tab, go to my profile page, click on the information button, scroll down to all the good stuff here. There's a picture of a lady. She's a pretty good boss, easy to deal with most of the time. Okay, so here you go. EverQuest II spreadsheet. Download its latest version. Go ahead and click that link. Come here. Click that. Save file. You'll go ahead and scan it from your downloads folder and extract it, then open it up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up the spreadsheet right now. And there we go. Real nice and pretty, ain't it? Okay, see that word free right here? That's right. You can edit this however you want and distribute it for free. It's got to be free. That's my only stipulation for use. Okay, so here's the intro page, if you will. Version 2.1 right here. Microsoft Office 2016. Version history, well, there really is none. Not yet. Original first public release today. Here's a link to the forum. And this guy Gulaep says, I would be happy to hear from you in the EQ2 forums. I am interested in knowing if this has benefited you at all, if you like it, dislike it, or have any suggestions for a future update. Something, anything? Okay, well, 'tis the season for helpful elves and fairies. I guess somebody added this little line to it. +1 likes to forum posts and videos, much appreciated. I threw in an extra tab right here. It's probably something you'll hide most of the time, maybe bring it out whenever you're about to create a character. It's just your basic information about trade skills, races, starting classes and races. And down here I went ahead and made a chart of all the starting stats. Wood elves, for some reason, get an extra point. That's why that's highlighted in yellow to show you. And then here you can make your own list about classes and races you haven't made yet, just in case you want to keep track for future purposes. I shrunk this page. You can see 71%. I shrunk it so I could fit this whole table on one screen. That makes lines like this pretty hard to read, so you can just click inside and read it there if you want. Okay, this is something you'll probably just use once in a while. So go ahead and hide it. Right click the tab, click hide, and voila, it's gone. Okay, I'll explain this data tab in a little bit. You already saw this, so let's go ahead and hide that. So we'll go ahead and hide that. Now you're left with 3 tabs. So what are we looking at here? This is an actual copy as of this morning of my own spreadsheet, my own copy. Okay, so let's talk about the adventure tab first. You got your character names. These little thin lines separate the accounts. So this is one account here, this is another account here, and another account. Okay, level, character level, out to 4 decimal places. Because when you're in game and you hover over the experience bar, it'll say level 53 on the left, and when you hover over the experience bar, it'll probably say 21.11%. So that's why it's 4 decimal points. Okay. Coin, that's what your character carries. 6 platinum, 28 gold. Bank, what you keep in your character's bank. Okay, slider, I keep track of what all my characters have their AA slider at. How many AAs I have, again, carried out to 4 decimal places. This is the column, these two, that use the data data tab right here. I'll explain these in a little bit. You got your status points, your orb of vitality, or adventure vitality, ability research, that's your spells and combat arts that you research in your knowledge book. I keep track of when you last played a character. Okay, now this section right here, these 5 columns, are basically like your to-do list. You put in a task that you want to complete on each of your characters here, and then you can, one by one, as your characters do them, knock it off the list. So, like Gulaep, does he have stuff in the shared bank waiting for him from other characters? No. Okay, that means my shared bank's empty. Yeah. Broker prices. I just transferred 10 characters over from Antonio Bale to Madge Duel. So I threw everything into the broker, but I haven't priced anything yet, so nothing is selling. That's what this column's for. Okay. Collections. Do I have any collections that I need to turn in? Moved. That was for this morning. You know, today is the end of Frostfell. I had all my characters parked out in Frostfell by Santa. So did I move them out of Frostfell before the servers came down? Yes. Okay, and nothing here yet. Here we keep track of the accounts and servers and shared bank, how much money I have in my shared bank on each of the accounts. Total platinum and gold I have on each account. Loyalty tokens, how many I have on each account saved up. Platinum value, how much are those loyalty tokens worth if I was to buy the bags of platinum. Daybreak cash, that's how much each account has, how many kronas each of my accounts have. This is a new date and time calculator for when you're doing your dailies. And this is a notebook, like a scratch pad where you write down things you want to keep track of. When's the last time you checked for masters? You write the date down. When's the last time I checked for Legends of Norath free packs that you get every month? Yeah. When's the last time I checked for claims? Here I write my account names, and then I put their passwords in here. So when I go to change accounts, all I have to do is click in it, click copy. When I get to the login screen, I can just paste in my password. Okay. This right here is a to-do list where I can make a list of everything I want to do in game. If the item on my to-do list is something that each of my characters has to do, then I add it up here where I can check off yes or no whether they've done it or not. So I can keep track of my progress and where I left off. Okay, let's go to page 2 of the Adventure tab. That's over here. And you see more information. You see the number of deaths. Whoops. Gulaep was my first guy, so he had a learning curve. Okay, where he has his bind point. He has a prestige house, so he has no rent to pay. The other characters, these are when they have to pay their rents. I keep track of my mercenaries. I don't have very many. So I have the collector's edition from Altar of Malice. I have your standard pally from Kinos. And I got the Shadow Knight and the Inquisitor mark. The reason they're in brackets are I put in brackets any mark mercenary that I paid to unlock, so I can hire anytime, anywhere. My character race, my character class, archetype, alignment, deity, his starting city, what server, date he was created, which account. Anyways, all access. When I'm all access, when I'm not, I'm silver. This account here is currently free to play. Silver status. And down here is the play schedule, character schedule. When I only had 1, 2, or 3 characters, it was pretty simple to make time for each of them. But then, I made one character for every trade skill. When I started getting so many characters, I was finding it hard to keep track of who I'm supposed to play next, and I was missing out on some of them. So I wanted to make sure everybody got equal time, so I would assign a particular day for each of my characters, and then I would stick to that schedule. The trade skill tab, essentially the same thing as the adventure tab. You got your character names, what trade skills they are, their trade skill level, their apprentice dailies, when the apprentice research is due, skill cap, whether you're trade skill or adventure, whichever one's higher. So Gulaep, he's only level 53, but he's a 100 woodworker, so his skill cap is 500. If I wanted to keep harvesting or other skills to level, everything caught up to level, this is what I would need for Gulaep. He's only level 53, so his skill cap at level 53 would be 265. Gulaep does tinkering and adorning. He's already 500 skill. His transmuting is 500. This is where you keep track of, just like here, your apprentice research. You keep track of your adorning and tinkering dailies. Okay. Harvest skill. This is like most of my guys are level 53 adventure. So at level 53, the zones that they would be questing in and killing mobs in and harvesting, this is the harvest skill cap. That's what level harvesting skill they would need. So I try to keep them up to date and current on their harvest skills so they never fall behind. And then you got your harvest goblins, they come back every 2 hours. And if you're fortunate enough to also have the ponies, I got a spot for that right here too, so you can keep track of your goblins and your ponies. Okay, just like the play schedule, you got a harvest schedule. Okay, and again, you got your new date and time calculator for all your dailies right here. And just like on the first page, the adventure tab, you got a little notepad right here. Trade skill tab got their own notepad to keep track of trade skill crafting related things like housing. That's trade skill related. You make stuff for housing and whatnot. Okay, so when's the last time I saved layouts? When's the last time I updated my rares? I have a tab in my spreadsheet where I keep track of all my rares. I keep track of the counts, so I know if I have ahead of time all the rares that I'm going to need. When's the last time I checked for recipes on the broker or in the guild depot? And if you're helping your guild out by sending out the guild harvesters, just like the goblins here, this is the due date, when the guild harvesters will be back. And here's a list of recipes that I'm missing. For when I look for my recipes, this is the list of the recipes I look for. So it's just a little notepad. You can add notes, subtract notes, whatever. The AAs. These two columns use the data tab here. Okay, the data tab is not something you would normally mess with once you fill it out the way you like. So that 2 I generally hide so I don't mess with it, and so it doesn't take up space down here. Okay, so when I level, a lot of people level, they power level. You got the people who used to run the dungeon makers for levels, and they get to, they start at level 20, and then at the end of the day they're level 80, for example. But they have no AAs. Now they gotta stop leveling and they gotta move their AA slider to 100%. So, and then they gotta start farming all their AA points. Well, I don't want to do that. I want to earn all the AAs I need every level as I level. Currently there are 350 AAs and 100 adventure levels. So easy math, that tells you 3.5 AAs per level. That's what I like to earn. So every level I gain, I want to make sure I'm earning 3.5 AAs every level. So that's what this needed column is. I'm level 53 on Gulaep. At 3.5 AAs per level, I need 189. I actually have 284, so I'm ahead 95 AAs, so I'm good. I'm golden there. This character started on when I got my original account returned to me. He's at level 55. He needs 196 if I want to stay on track with my schedule, 3.5 AAs per level. He needs 196, but he only has 180, so he's short 16. When you're short AAs, it'll highlight in red like this. Okay? So let's switch to the data tab. Here you got your Tears of Ishan expansion. It was originally level 95, 340 AAs. Then later, towards the end of the expansion, they did an update where they gave you an extra 10 AAs. So I readjusted how much I needed per level. Okay, altar of malice. This is the column I'm using for my spreadsheet, for my personal use. It's 3.5 AAs per level, but the first 9 levels you don't get any AAs. When I get to level 10, I need to make up for the 9 levels I didn't earn anything. So 10 times 3.5 is, I don't know how to count, 35 AAs. Okay, so at level 9, I'm supposed to have 35 AAs, technically. So when I get to level 10, I gotta have the 35 that I need for level 10, and then I earn an extra 3.5 for the next level. So when I'm level 10, I want to make sure I have 38.5 AAs, because when I hit level 11, I want to make sure I have the AAs I need for level 11. So I'm always working 3.5 AAs ahead of level. So again, 3.5 AAs, I prefer 3.5 AAs per level as I level. So 3.5 AAs times level 10 is 35. Another 3.5 onto that, that's 38.5. That means when I ding level 11, I'll have the AAs I need for level 11. And this continues all the way down. Okay, see right here at level 99, I will have farmed all 350 AAs. So when I make level 100, I will already have the 350 AAs I need. A lot of people, they power level, or they just whatever, and whenever they get to a certain level, they always have to stop and farm all their AAs. I try to avoid that. Now this column is with the new changes where they auto grant you AAs. Okay, so this is what it works out to if they auto grant. So right there, level 90, that's where the auto grant stops at 280 AAs. Well, I don't care about the fact that, see, if I go by auto grant, I should only have 5 at level 10. Well, I don't want 5 at level 10. At level 10, I want to have the A's I need for level 11. So that's why I follow this column here. Okay, so that's what the data tab is explained. Once you fill it out to however many AAs you want per level, you can go ahead and hide that. Now you don't have to worry about messing it up. It's not in your way. Okay, Orb of Vitality, that's your Orb of Concentrated Memories for Adventure Vitality. It's a 7-day cooldown normally. If you have that Troubadour spell on you, it cuts it down to 4 days. So let's say I used my Orb of Concentrated Memories. I used it right now. I had that spell cast on me, so the cooldown is 4 days from right now. So I copy that new date and time, and I paste the value. See how it changed to red? It's red because it means I cannot use it. I'm on cooldown. Okay. Adventure Vitality. Let's say Emoof, he's my defiler. Let's say I've been using him to do my daily objectives, to kill 25 mobs, 8 different types, So let's say I did that for, a week. So maybe in game when I hover the mouse over the experience bar, You got the big old bubble over here on the experience bar. You hover over that and it'll say 41.5% vitality remaining. So I'll type in the vitality right here in the calculator, 41.5% remaining. That tells me I'll be back to 100% vitality in 98 hours. That works out to 4 days and 2 hours. My adventure vitality will be whole again, 100%. So I enter 4 days, 2 hours. I get the new date and time, copy it, paste value, and it just so happens to be same, roughly the same date. Okay, so that's how that works. Again, this is highlighted in red to indicate to you you are not 100%. Meaning, you should maybe play other characters while your adventure vitality is recovering. Ability research, I'm researching a new spell, going from master to grandmaster. Let's say I do that today. The next spell I research says 11 days, 23 hours. So I research it. This is the new date and time, and now it turns green. It will turn red like these when it's due, when it's time for me to collect my new spell, my updated version. Let's say I played the character today. He did my daily objectives. Why not? Today's date is January 7, so I'll enter that. It turns yellow as a visual indicator to me which characters I played today, so I can easily look at it. It turns yellow there, turns yellow on page 2. And notice this link here, you can switch back and forth real easy like that. Okay, so it just lets me know at a quick glance, okay, I played EMOOF today. Same thing here on my highlights in yellow on the trade skill tab too. Same thing back and forth with the links. So that's just a visual indicator, so I can easily find the line. If this is the guy I'm playing today, I can easily find the line I need to edit when things happen. Okay, so this morning when I was out in Frostfell collecting my last Santa gift, eMove had stuff in the bank. So after I got my Santa gift, I went to the bank. I took out anything that he had waiting for him, and I emptied the bank. Does he have stuff in the shared bank now? No. So it's not red anymore, meaning he has nothing to take action on. You can take it easy. Has he set prices for his broker items yet? Nope. Okay, does he have any collections to turn in? No. But let's say he did. Let's say I found a shiny on the ground, I examined it, added it to my collections, and now I have a new collection to turn in. Collections, yes. So I want to turn red on yes when I have to take action. Same thing with the shared bank. Did one of my other characters leave something in the bank for eMove? Yes. Okay, it's red. I need to take action on it. Okay, eMove. He was originally parked in Frostfell, but the Frostfell ends today, and if you don't move it, who knows where you're going to end up when you log back in. So I moved eMove out of Frostfell to Freeport. So was it moved? Yes. Okay, this is no longer anything I need to take action on. Okay, now down here I changed the color of these manually. In the morning when I first log on to the game, these are both red. When I do my daily objectives and get my Loyalty points, I change it to green. I bump it up. Today I'm an all access member. I got 2 points. I bumped it up and I change it to green. So I know as a visual reference that I did my daily objectives on that account. Okay. Now let's say I'm going to cheat here just for simplicity. Copy, paste value. Let's say everybody did their adventure research. Nobody has anything they need to take action on it. They don't have any abilities or combat arts to research. When I'm done, because I'm OCD or neat freak or whatever, I like to clear out my calculators. So I'll just zero it out. Okay. All right. I mentioned before these thin lines going across. That's an account separator. I separate my characters by account. Okay. Zenwood, I don't play him. I don't even play that account anymore. Okay. I forget what account. He's account number 2, I think. Yeah. Okay. So I don't play him anymore. So I want to get rid of him. I don't want to look at him. So he happens to play on Skyfire, so an easy way to get rid of him is just select Madge Duel. These are all the characters I have on Madge Duel. Okay, so I can concentrate on them. Clear the filter. If I want to look at all my evil characters, I just click that. If I want to look at all my fighters, I click that. There's all my fighters. If you want to be able to scroll the mouse in these slicers, that's what they're called, slicers. If you want to be able to scroll the mouse, you got to click on it first. Okay. So let's say I want to look at my troubadour. Okay. Well, there he is. Clear the filter, and same thing for characters. If I want to look at just Gulaep. Okay. So that's what these slices are. Okay. I think this is how much platinum I have in my shared bank on that account. This is how much I have in a shared bank and the characters for that account. Okay, so I explained all that. Let's look at this list. Last checked for master books. Well, I like to check at least once every 2 weeks. I want to make sure I at least check once every 2 weeks. So I have this highlight in red if I go more than 14 days without looking for spell books. And Legends of Norath freebie cards that you get every month for being a subscriber. Check it once a month. In 1 month's time, if I go without checking, this will turn red. When's the last time I checked for claims? December 18th. I think I have this one on 2 weeks also. That's why it's red. And then, like I said, this is account Gulaep, account Elec, account Zenwood. Then I write their passwords, and this way, when I'm ready to switch accounts, I'll just click on it, copy, and then when the password login comes up, all I have to do is paste. Everybody likes to-do lists. Here's our to-do list that each of our characters need to take care of, and we check it off character by character. So the ones that each of my characters have to do, I put it in red. See, broker prices, move characters out of Frostfell zone, moved. Okay, everybody's moved. Basically, everybody's checked off the list, so I went ahead and crossed that out right there because we all like to cross things out on our lists. These are other items I need to do. Okay. Let's say, okay, you want to remove that. You just click on it, go delete table row, boom, gone. Okay, let's say you want to add something to your list. You want to add a new thing that you have to do. Insert table row below and say hi to Gulaep on the forums. Well, you want to, this is very important to you, right? So maybe you should have put it right here. Insert table row above. Okay. Cut. Paste. Yeah. So anyways, you know, that's next on your list. So there you go. Move this, delete table rows. Anyway, so you can add, you know, like say I want to add 5 new things to do right here. I select 5 rows, insert table rows above. Now I got 5 blank spaces that I could add new things to do. So this is a to-do list. You can add or remove from it as much as you need. Like say I want to get rid of those 5. I can select them, delete table rows. Boom, gone. I said hi to Gulaep on the forums because you're such a nice person. Delete table row. To-do list. So you can add and remove from your to-do list, you know, and if it's something each of your characters have to do, you can move it up there, you know. Here, like redo everyone's trade skill prestige. Okay, that's something I want to add up here. So I'll say here's a blank column. I'll say redo. And I'll copy, paste value. I'll start my list. Redo? No. Okay, let's say I redid it. I type yes. It turns yellow. I no longer need to take action on it. Okay, so that's how all that works. Let's go to page 2 again. Nothing really to discuss here anymore. I already explained it. As you can see, this is January calendar, what a January calendar would look like. You got the date in the upper corner, January 7th. So let's take this one as an example. Here it looks like that, but here it looks like that. It's subscript. You can just highlight the one you want to change, click superscript, okay, and let's say I want to make it red. Okay, so now you got a red date number. So that's how you do that. When you have, like, let's say I wanted to edit this one right here. Keynotes, I want it in blue, so I'll change the font to blue. Province, let's say, well, that works. Let's say I want that in yellow. And district, I want that in red. And I want to superscript it. So see, even though all the text is in one line, you can format each word however you want with the font. So anyways, that's how I did the date and like that. So if I want to edit this and say, oh, I want to play emoof instead, I just highlight the name and just retype the name. You know, you got 10 characters already. You wanted 2 more, so select 2 rows, add table rows above. Now you got a spot to add 2 more characters. You know, you don't have a 3rd account, so you can delete that row. Let's say insert table rows above. Okay, you have 8, let's say, so that's 5. We need to add 3 more. So select 3 insert table rows above. So now you got a total of 8 rows for 8 characters. You fill in the information and everything will work out. Okay, so that's all that is. Made a mistake, added too many rows, delete table rows. So it's really simple to add rows for additional characters and accounts. Same thing with your notes. You know, I got a notepad here. Let's say I wanted to add some more lines. Technically, you could grab the end of the table and drag it down, but see, oops, that's because I have all this filled in with black. So that's what you're seeing here. What you could do to fix this is you can select it, go to your fill tab and do no fill. So that's one way of doing it. You know, if you, but then you got to fix this. And, an easy way, you know, is just select insert table row above. See, then you don't have to. You got your, you know, correct color. You want to add 5, 6 more or whatever. Insert table row above. Now you got, you know, 6 more notes. 6 more things you can keep track of if you want. Okay, so that's all that is. Okay, well, that's it. Maybe I went too fast, or I hope my voice carried. I have a tendency to get quiet when I talk. Sorry about that. Okay, well, stuff in the shared bank. Remember I was talking about that. Here's a copy of my shared bank. I like to keep my shared bank empty. That's why I have, does he have stuff in the shared bank? Yes or no? Because I like to keep it empty. I got a notebook in each. I used to, when I only had, you know, between 1 and 7 characters, I had 1 bag for each character. But now that I got 10 on one account, you know, there's only 8 shared bank bags, so I had to divide the bags up. But I also got another account. You know, you see bag 5 here for stuff for the other account. Then I got stuff for all my characters on this account. So I got 3 bags of stuff where everybody can, you know, do a free-for-all, grab what they want. So I got these little notebooks, and I give them titles, so I know this right here is Azusa's stuff. So everything for Azus I put in this section. So everybody's got their little notebook, and you know, in the bank, and that marks their spot in the bank where I put stuff. I'm waiting for them. You know, so stuff in bank, yes, no, whatever. Another column I always have is journal. I don't play very often. Sometimes I go for long stretches without playing a character. I forget what they did, what I was last working on. And so when I log on them for the first time in 3, 4, 5 months, I have no clue where I left off. So I keep journal on each of my characters. You know, you carry it on your character, and you edit it anywhere in the world you want. This is an example of what my journal looks like. So I keep track of the different kinds of quests I can do. Like if I'm bored, I don't know what to do next, I could do a creature catalog quest. Oh yeah, I forgot about those dungeon makers back when we had that. I could do heritage quests, language quests, signature, QHO, etc. And this is a little notepad where I can write notes here if I want. Game's down, so I took screenshots. Then I had a little to-do list. You know, my crushing, focus, and slashing were behind because Elohim is a scout, so he's piercing, so his crushing, focus, and slashing was behind level. So to do, you know, I wanted to work on those raising those skills. And this is where I keep track of what I was doing the last time I played. You know, oops, that's not a real notebook. You know, that's all that is. Last work done before I stopped. You know, this way I can keep track of what I was doing the last time I played that character, and next time I play I should. Okay, and then I pointed myself in the direction of what to do the next time I log on. And then I keep track of every time I updated the journal. So that's all that is. So these three I always have. Now it's always stuff in bank, always journal, always collections. Then these two I change depending on whatever is in my to-do list. So that's what that is. Okay, I think I explained everything. This is a long video. I'm going to have to edit it. But I showed you how to add and remove enough table rows to accommodate all of your accounts and characters. I showed you how to filter it so you can only see characters on a particular account or server, you know. And same thing for the trade skills. And so I think that's it. I hope you understood and were able to follow along decent enough. You know, don't forget you can pause the video and rewind it, whatever. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed the spreadsheet. Don't forget to grab your copy of it. Like I said, click on my name, go to the forum profile, and click the link and get your copy. And you too can be cool. You could be one of the cool kids that play the game because you have a spreadsheet. Spreadsheet gamers are cool. Okay? Talk to you next time. See you in the forums. Thanks.